Okay, starting broadcast. Oh, and we're live. Welcome to Simon no茶の間with my special guests, who I shall shut up and they shall introduce themselves.
Hello, I'm Mashumaro.
I'm Rina.
Yay!
I'm in Japan, Tokyo.
Where are you, Mashu?
I'm in Australia, sadly.
I'm in my spare bedroom. No, I'm in my living room. It's got to be consistent.
Yeah.
In Belgium. Hey, Kaz. Hey, Frederick. Hey,
Yay.
Nosh. Live long and
Hello,
wake
everyone.
up. Wake up.
Thank you.
And ASMR. Hello,
Live an extended time. Yay!
Oh, hello.
Today on the show, we will be talking, and my guest will mostly be talking about all kinds of things. But as you may know or not know, that Mashu and Rina were, until recently, both together in one place in Japan making videos, and now they are not, temporarily not together, and we should be... Zzz. Oh, thanks, Nosh. Wake up.
Nosh, wake up.
They are in separate countries.
Yeah.
For now. We should call ASMR. Okay.
Bernie.
All right.
Totally
we know
Bernie.
now.
Okay.
Bernie. It's Bernie Sanders. We have a special guest.
Very special guest.
No, they are in separate countries, which is rather awkward. And we shall be discussing sort of the limitations of romance through a laptop. There we go.
Keep that innocent, shall we?
So we were living in the same apartment in Tokyo, but Mashi went back to Australia June 6th? June?
Yes, June 6th.
Yeah.
Was it that long ago already?
Yeah, already.
Already a month.
Yeah, your question has been answered, Kaz.
Yes. The plan is that we will be back together September 10th.
Apparently there's a nasty echo in the audio. I'm not quite sure what's going on there.
An echo in the audio.
Who is echoing? Is it me, Bernie, or is it... why am I pink? Why am I pink? Because it's bloody hot. Hang on, I shall. My pinkness.
We've had that problem.
If it doesn't bugger up my camera and reduce my intensity, I shall reduce my intensity. I shall reduce my intensity. There we go.
Oh, that's made the green screen a bit.
It's made my green screen go a bit. I have to go into chroma key. So, you're a fussy bugger. Nosh, there we go. I'm now pale pink. Yes, were we? You're throwing me off there, Nosh. These two lovely people have been separated for a month now. But what's it like now, currently in Japan? I mean, I've heard that it's rather wet, but not so in Tokyo, I believe, Rina.
Yeah, not in Tokyo, but still in Tokyo's strong wind since last night. And I heard in Kyushu already 45 people passed away.
45? Good grief.
Not true? Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible.
And then just before this live stream happened, there was a big earthquake in Tokyo. Yeah.
It's nothing to do with me, I'm afraid. No, Mashu, but what about you in Australia? Nothing like that. It's all calm there.
Although it has been raining for the last 3 days, but nothing like Japan. When I went outside to go for a walk around, the rain was so heavy I couldn't see the end of the driveway.
Good grief. Apparently, I'm echoing still. How do I stop echoing?
But I'll mute myself and see if it's me.
Okay. I can't hear myself again now. It's probably, yes, I'm probably being picked up by your microphone through your laptop. Audience, am I now echoing? Apart from looking like an Andy Warhol painting, am I echoing? That's the trouble. What we'll have to do is I'll have to shut up when you talk, and you have to. Yes, as soon as you've put your microphone back on, I can hear my voice again.
Me?
Yeah,
really?
Yeah, I don't know what the audience, whether that was different for the audience. Sorry, audience, technical issues. I mean, it's intercontinental doodah. No echo when your microphone was off, Mash.
Really?
Sound improved greatly. No, I can still hear myself coming back through my headphones.
But I'm using headphones. How bizarre.
This generation, relationship was difficult because there was no internet. Thing I didn't have any relationship back then. Now either. Well, that helps. Yeah, so there's no real problem. Bernie says, "Sate." Yes, so that's good. We have a malleable audience. So it's been okay in Australia, apart from being wet, and there's no earthquakes, and I have to say that Belgium has been very stable. The only earthquakes I get is when trains go past this window, or all jump up and down in excitement because Belgium has won the next round of the World Cup. So women are too complicated for you, Bernie. Well, I can't help you there. I'm sorry.
Are the trucks still driving past, Rina? With the announcements for vote for me?
No,
what a great
not
discount.
Really.
No? None of those trucks?
Politics over.
That's right.
It's over, yes. RB has won again.
We hear the festival one.
So let's get the correct background for the current topic. There we go. I'll have to adjust my chroma key again. There we are.
ちびまる子ちゃんだ。
So here we are, Australia, Japan. I mean, how far apart is it actually? How in terms of distance? I mean, it's for me, it's just like it's a 12-hour flight to Japan from here. But how much further is it? Hi, Joe.
It's around about a 9 to 10-hour flight.
So it's still quite far then.
Yeah, but if you count traveling from the city I live in to Sydney and then to Japan, it's around about 11 hours then.
Oh, God, so it's the same.
Yeah. And we almost always arrive either super early in the morning or super late at night. It's never just normal lunchtime or something.
Also, we have 30 minutes time differences.
Yes, there's 30 minutes time difference.
Yes, Joe, the audio is echoing. It's echoing from Australia. But if the only way to stop the echo is to shut up Matthew, and that would defeat the object of the hangout. So you will just have to deal with it. Cutting edge graphics. Yes, it's. I rustled this up last night with a free Photoshop and a free video editing system.
I really liked your artwork.
Oh yes, with the hands. With the puppets, because that was the idea we came up with our pre-show sort of brainstorming session, and I thought you guys were going to do an advert with sock puppets as well. So Phyllis said you cut their heads off and use them as hand puppets, and that gave you nightmares apparently.
Yes, it was a little bit scary. Just suddenly the mouth started moving.
Hey, Tomoko desu. Tomoko says hi, Rina.
Hi, arigato.
I do have puppets somewhere here. but it would take a little bit of a look around. A lot of noise. So wrinkled bags open. Little hand puppet, yes.
With your face on them.
We were going. No, think we have our face on them. No, that'd be a bit too creepy. I'm trying to.
Is that Sazai-san? Is that Sazai-san? Probably. It's from Chibi Maruka thingy, which I only discovered today. I just typed. I googled in popular Japanese cartoon. Because I needed.
It's very popular Sunday show.
Yeah. Because I needed a counterpart to Family Guy. I can't really imagine Chimaruka-chan being the Japanese equivalent of Family Guy somehow. Hey, Andrew! Andrew's here. Hey, is it raining where you are, Andrew?
Am I still in the call?
You're still in the call, but your picture has gone.
How about now?
That's it. You're back again now. Is Rena still in the call?
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. Oh, you were just standing like you'd frozen.
Is there still an echo?
No.
There is still an echo. Yeah. Here is a question related to the topic. Let's get back to the topic. Bernie asks, how open is your relationship, Reno and Mashu? Do you hang out every day, or is it more like you're having weekly dates and dining virtually? Over to you.
I think we speak every day.
We do.
Yes.
Almost every hour.
Yes, we call each other quite often.
But we can't go on a date every day. Yeah.
I mean, you take your phone and prop it up.
We haven't gone quite that far yet.
Okay.
But sometimes we're eating dinner. We will have the camera on while we're eating dinner.
Oh,
if it's around the same time.
We do.
Yeah. We've got to the point now.
Yeah,
to the point now we don't ask each other. Like, we don't say, oh, can I call now? We just call.
Mm-hmm.
And every time Rena calls me, I leap about 5 feet into the air because it suddenly starts ringing. Because it's line and it's so high-pitched, the noise. I'm never ready for it. It'll call on the laptop and the phone at the same time. So it's surround sound.
Sometimes I'm... Oh, sorry. Yeah. Carry on, Rena.
My day is working in the morning, and then I have school around the lunchtime, so we mostly talk in
the evening. Yeah.
Okay.
Dinner time. Yes, there's only half an hour difference, isn't there, between? That's strange.
Yeah.
It takes 12 hours to get from Australia to Japan, but there's only half an hour. they must fly up to Russia and go around China and come back around here.
If I was living on the east coast of Australia, we'd be the same time zone. Yeah.
So you're living on the west coast, and like that map in the advert, there's a huge area of completely nothing in between.
Well, I live the south middle area.
Oh, right. Yeah. Where you can't see it in the advert, but in the advert, if you look closely, it says, so around that area, you've got sharks. And in the south, it says sharks with freaking lasers.
Super sharks, mega shark. It's quite strange to think the time zones are divided by half an hour in Australia. Because it's so wide.
Yeah.
So many states.
Every day, every hour. Everybody gets a message from me 1 week. Yes. This is how I get my audience.
Wow, so many people today.
How many have we got? 8 viewers. Ooh.
Yay.
Little known fact, everything in the middle of Australia is on fire.
Yes, it's true. Everything is on fire. Even the fire is on fire.
So yes, your hourly each other is doing.
Yes, pretty much. Yeah, because we're always talking.
But we
sometimes the
try
conversations
to adjust
will.
the time.
Yeah,
Where in Japan is Rina living? East, west, up, down? Living in Tokyo. So if you if you look on the map on my screen here, the airplane lands at Narita. So and then you would have an hour train ride, and you would be at Rina's place.
Although when I landed last time, we drove, didn't we?
Oh, that would be
drove
interesting.
From the airport. Yeah, a constant highway the whole way.
Yeah. How long does that take?
It felt like it took about 3 hours, but apparently on the way back it took about 45 minutes. So we're not sure what happened. Some sort of Doctor Who time warp thing, some wibbly wobbly timey wimey stuff.
Yeah.
Just 1 hour.
Yeah. 1 hour.
Haneda is better. Yeah, but Haneda, for some reason, direct flight. I mean, for me, for direct flights to Haneda, it costs more money. I don't know. Maybe because it's a posher airport.
Yeah. And it's guaranteed that I will land at super early in the morning, about 5 o'clock in the morning, if I land in Haneda. But Narita's a little bit later, thankfully. I had one bad experience where they said, "Oh, we have arrived early. We can't land yet, so we're just going to sit for a while." And we circled for 1 hour.
Good grief.
1 hour
Just go to
constantly turning
Pokemon
left.
Center. Spend 1 hour.
Yeah, just spinning around and around in the sky. Land left.
Frederick prefers Kansai. I've never. I mean, I've wondered about. I can't get direct flight. I thought about that last year about going to Kansai. It'd be easy for me to get to Yamaguchi that way, but there was no direct flights there from Europe. You have to fly to Narita and then get a connecting flight, which appears to be rather pointless.
Had to get connecting flights as well. Although some of the flights are cheaper than using the bullet train.
I'm planning to go to Hiroshima, and then it's almost a half price compared with bullet train.
Yeah.
This is good because this is I mean this was discussed on their first appearance, but we can repeat it here for you, Bernie. Where did you guys first meet?
Hello Talk.
Is it? Hello Talk.
Yes. Language exchanging app called Hello Talk.
Bernie is now writing this down.
Yeah. For the first time we physically met was in Sydney, yes.
Domestic flights are cheaper than a train. Yeah, but you've got all the hassle of getting to the airport, the hour wait, getting all your baggage, blah, 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 blah. And I suppose, otherwise you just get on the train and go.
Yeah, but bullet train, there was a big accident before, like a month ago. Like, passed through the one person. Also, there was
yes, I saw that. Yes,
terrorist on
the driver thought they hit a deer or something. Was that what it was? It was actually human.
Yes, I saw the photograph with
the
Shinkansen with like streaks all up the nose of the ship.
I saw the pictures. The big section of it busted. Yes, there's also the option of a bus traveling from the airport.
Bus.
Yes.
I can't Tokyo to Hiroshima, no bus.
No. Too far.
Bernie's asking, did Rina go on a vacation? Did she visit Sydney for work?
For school. I have some program to go to Sydney and then go to the university and fashion university in Sydney. So I joined the program, and then I said to Matthew, I go to Australia. Would you want to join in Sydney? And then Matthew came to Sydney for me. Ne?
Yes. I was planning on going to Japan at that time, but I adjusted my flight so I would leave 2 weeks later. I stayed in Sydney. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's just my son was messaging me. Sorry.
Yeah, I had to stay at the dorm, school prepared, but I stayed at Matthew's apartment because there was spiders on my bed. I didn't want to sleep on it.
Australian spiders. You want to be careful. Yes, you don't want to go. No. It's dangerous. Very dangerous.
I have seen a spider riding on a bird like it was transportation. Yes. Big huntsman spider, if anyone's seen them, on the back of a bird, and the bird was flying along.
Hey,
like,
nuts.
Look to your left.
Tomoko is asking how long you stayed in Sydney.
For 2 weeks? Was it 2 weeks? But Matthew had to go back to Japan in 1 week.
I think I was back in Japan.
So I stayed longer than Matthew.
Yeah. You were in Sydney, I think, 4 days before I arrived. Something like that. And then I was in Japan 3 days before you arrived back in Japan.
So you sort of, like time zone, timey-wimey sort of thing.
Yeah. And we stayed in the smallest apartment you've ever seen. I think it might be one of our first videos.
In Numabukuro, near Nakano.
Yeah, Numabukuro.
Oh yeah.
If you look at one of our very first videos, I think it's walking to our old apartment. You can
in the rain with the umbrella there. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, such tiny apartment. I don't want to talk about toilets again, but
Trevor's here. Trevor's having a break from his stream to come and look at ours. He's doing a 24-hour. He's doing a 24-hour sat on the sofa stream.
Thank you for coming.
And hello, Daniel.
Yeah.
Daniel, I sent you something in Facebook Messenger, which it's an ideal car for the current situation in Kyushu at the moment. Got a bad connection on your PC, nuts.
Oh no.
Well, I'm sorry about that. I shall do my best. Where were we? I'm getting dizzy watching this aeroplane. We'll go to Australia, because
Australia.
And we'll go to. It's my living room, but you've been used to my Japanese living room, but this is Australian living room from about 1974.
Gorgeous. So orange.
Talking about apartment, we're looking for a new apartment because the old apartment is rebuilding right now.
Yeah. I missed that apartment. It was so big.
I thought we got a great apartment, but soon rebuilt.
Still have things there though, right?
Still, but the August 30 will start.
If
it's a gift.
Daniel, it's a gift. Yes.
I don't care what the creator said. It's a gift.
There are 3 streams.
Yes. At Christmas time, you don't give people gifts. Look at this lovely ref gift.
Gift. It's a good job I turned my intensity down, because I'm getting pinker as it's getting warmer and warmer in this room. I don't know what it's Australia at the moment. What temperature is it over there with you guys?
I will quickly check the current temperature.
In Tokyo, I think 28. It's normal, not so hot.
It's currently 10 degrees.
Oh, you lucky breeder. It's about 28 degrees and about 60% humidity in this room. This is why I'm pink. I should not be drinking wine, of course. It doesn't help.
The strangest things happen to me. For the last year now, I have not seen summer, because I left just before it started getting hot in Australia. Arrived in Australia. No, Australia. Have I been drinking wine? Is this vodka? No. I arrived in Japan, and it was December and snowing. And then just as it started to warm up in Japan, I left, came back to Australia where it's cold. Just chasing the snow.
It's snowing in Tokyo now. You're having us on, Kaz, aren't you? Either that or you're on something.
Something. Rina, tell us what happened.
There was a big bug, and this big bug was laying down and sleeping. And then my mom and the papa is now in Tohoku. So now me and my sister. And then my sister just gone to work today. So I was alone. I couldn't do anything. Just to remember there was a bug and then try not to step on it. But just before the live stream, I was carrying this computer to this room. I think I stepped on it. I just forgot to step on it.
The bad karma there. The bad karma. We have just. Oh, sorry. My show has now set back Rina's reincarnation, nirvana possibilities.
No, poor Rina.
Bernie, yes, you can drink sake cold. Yes, I drink. My sake is in the fridge. I generally tend to drink sake cold. I had prison sake in Ebisu last year. That was rather nice. Yes, Rina has a sister. Yes, Rina has a sister. She just said so.
Kaz is after her. Oh no.
Yes. Does she model? Does she model, Rina? Because Kaz will happily take photographs.
No, she's not. Actually, she's a teacher.
Yes.
My school teacher. Going to same school.
So you're a student and she's a teacher at the same school.
Yes.
Oh, yes. That's easy. Do you go together in the morning?
Actually, I've wondered about that myself. How does she get to school? Does she leave the same time as you?
Yeah, but I have to ride on the different car. She said.
It's just out of embarrassment. Next to each other.
Even though we met on the elevator, school elevator, I have to wait till she just gone to them.
I see a picture of Rina and her sister. Sometimes they look very similar. So I feel like your sister is trying to do some sort of clone ninjutsu thing, trying to scare people. Oh no, wasn't she the other carriage?
Daniel says the school elevator has its ups and downs. Kaboom, Tish. Well, Daniel is a dad, so I mean, dad jokes are to be expected. So let's get back onto topic. And the topic is, if I go to my playlist here, I've gone into darkness, but I'll do this. Cool guinea pigs.
Yay! Oh, look at it go. That's a dinner time. That's a dinner time.
So yes, I mean we're diverging from the topics we discussed in our video chat brainstorming. But you told me that I saw in tweet you want to get guinea pig.
But Matthew said they're gonna cold.
On the cable. I had to tell the full story about that then. See, the plan was before I came back to Australia, Rina wanted to get a floppy ear bunny. We even went to not a bunny cafe, but a bunny hotel. Place where the rabbits can stay there.
Yeah, only in Japan.
And Rina fell in love with these bunnies. But I had to try and tell her that. And the answer was the bathtub. We were going to put the bunny in the bathtub. That was its cage. And it would get free and hop around the house. But then after I left, it couldn't stay in that apartment being torn down. Couldn't stay with the mother. So, Rina, what was your plan to do with the bunny in the end?
I was trying to eat them. Yeah.
Her plan is to
mama
eat the bunnies.
allow me to
You're
get
gonna,
any
oh
pets.
dear, oh god. We just lost the transmission. Apparently, it all went black at that point. You missed, audience, that Rena was going to get some rabbits because she so liked a fluffy-eared bunny, but then she was going to eat them.
Yes.
Yeah, but I can't have them. But I just wanted to have them just before Matthew gone. I was so sad and lonely, so I wanted to get a bunny. But I go back to this apartment with my family. My mama says no, so I have to eat them.
Nobody allowed.
You have to. Oh god. Oh dear. Is this a Japanese thing? If the parents refuse pets, you have to eat the pet. No.
Eat the pet. Thankfully, we didn't get a pet rock.
But one bunny is so expensive here in Japan. So I asked Mashu, please.
Uchuki wa something ishi she says wasabi card. I can't read the kanji, so I don't know what he said. I like Nosh's comment.
He doesn't have chat, I think.
I don't have chat.
Tell you about rabbits.
Oh right, that's the end of the video.
Rabbits are delicious.
Let's go back. Let's go back to my living room.
Yay. We were thinking
you can
about
eat guinea
getting
pigs, says Frederick. Yeah, well.
What is that? It looks like a Pikachu. What was that one, Rena?
I can't remember the name.
Oh, it looks
Just forget it.
essentially like a Pikachu. Like
Apparently
a mix between
our
a
scripts are
mouse.
crappy. I'm sorry.
Australia. No, I have extremely high internet speed here.
It's probably like Ghostbusters. If you cross the streams, it all goes easy.
Keeping with our schedule, I'm releasing our newest video. There we go.
I have 2 videos on ice that have been like maturing for months and months.
We have quite a few videos like that as well.
I better stop
After
drinking.
Matthew going back
yes.
to Australia, we started new things for YouTube, Matthew. Then,
Yes.
like schedule everything.
A
Like,
schedule.
so weekly kawaii.
I've got no spare cash, but I would quite like to sort of keep up my Japanese.
I was thinking of doing more recap versions of the episode, the things happened on Patreon, releasing them sooner. Because currently we're only doing it once a week. But I think to really learn Japanese, you need to be studying at least 3 times a week. But with our current schedule, and me working, really at school, it's a little difficult to produce that many videos. Because we release on Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And Rena's also doing school and italki, right?
Hi.
Teach
Yes,
Japanese.
do.
Yes.
So Rena's doing the italki.
Yes.
I do. And then in this Monday, I have 6 students. I'm super busy, like full-time job.
Oh wow!
Full-time job.
I mean, do they? You're paid for this? They pay you for this, or
Yes.
italki pays you? Yeah.
Yes.
What's
They
your
pay for
current
my-
hourly
but-
rate? You know?
15%. So if I charge them $10, they get one. I only get $50. $8.50.
Yeah, $8.50 you get.
So, and how long are each lesson?
30 minutes or 1 hour.
Yes. 30 minutes for trial, 1 hour for full lesson.
I do tutoring lessons, informal tutoring, but some people can't speak any of Japanese, so I just share a screen of Genki book and then teach grammars too.
Yes.
I have to encourage. Sorry, I have to. Nosh has to go to sleep now, but I have to encourage you. Everybody, encourage Nosh Abroad to photograph vegetables for Instagram, because he all his Instagram pictures are all meat and sauce.
Have to do like our Instagram. Random food all the time. Different salads.
Thank you, Nosh-san.
See you, Nosh.
Bye, Nosh. Come on, don't cross the streams. Someone's talking about eating cats? What?
Frederick,
No.
the meat of rabbit tastes like the meat of a cat.
No.
Cat on a stick.
Oh, sorry, we were talking about the Japanese lessons.
It's the nature of the show.
So Rina does her IT lessons, and we do a Patreon lesson via Skype once a week on Sunday, 9 o'clock in the morning, Japan Standard Time.
Is there a difference? Is there a difference between the iTalki and the Skype lesson, or is it a different app?
The difference is iTalki, you're going to be one-on-one with Rina, and Patreon, it's both of us together with already a pre-made lesson, and we run you through it.
Well, a bit like the video you
upload. Yes.
Yeah, I'm like a native speaker and a master teacher.
Yeah, because Rina doesn't want to teach the grammar so much, whilst I'm interested in the grammar because I'm learning still. So for me, it's like refreshing my memory and helping me to improve as I construct the lesson plan.
No, yes, all that ni and ga and no,
Yes.
where you put them in the sentence, that was really confusing.
Yes.
This is why I only got 66 out of 100 for my test.
I think the lesson Patreon is more focused on really giving you a solid foundation to build from, because a lot of book series want to make you speak the most polite Japanese they can, but seem to skip over a lot of the natural grammar, which is strange.
So, for example, we can teach itai, itai, itai.
Yes.
Ouch!
Itai,
But
ouch.
we also teach them ita or ite. People often use.
Yes.
Normally.
More natural ways of saying it.
So if I like bump my head in Tokyo, I know what to say.
Yes.
Ite.
Ita. Majide.
Majide. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Psycho. I've actually started saying itai instead of ouch now. I've said it so many times, and now go itai. And something embarrassing happened to me when I came back to Australia. It was my niece's birthday, and we all went out to eat dinner. And the waitress brought the food to the table and said, "So who ordered the pasta?" And I went, "Oh, hi. I mean, yes, me, yes." So embarrassing. The automatic use of Japanese.
Yeah, Frederick is on about like eating cats and rabbits. Frederick, we've moved on.
It was just joking. I don't want to eat bunny. I just wanted to find a way how to get rid of the bunny during staying here.
I think it's just one of your, like she always goes, that looks delicious. When we saw otters, was it? Yeah, pigeons, otters, stuff like that. Hippopotamus.
I do.
Wait. Let's just like go back. Oh, I'm being all visual. One of the topics we talked about discussing was the intricacies and complications of becoming married in Japan. Several of my sort of YouTube friends have recently done this. But could you explain the difficulties or the hurdles that you have to overcome?
Well, one of the issues is, as a British subject myself, obviously not Rina, I have to get proof that I have never been married before. And since I live in Australia, that means I have to apply for the embassy here, and then that's directed back to the United Kingdom. They check, and then they send it to the Australian embassy in the United Kingdom, and then from the United Kingdom to Australia, then from the Australian embassy to the United. It's such a convoluted way just to get a form that says no, never been married before.
Yes. How old are you, Mashu?
I am 32.
3.
33. There we go.
There's a good chance that you might just have been. I mean, yeah. I mean, so.
But I did leave you the night. Oh, maybe not. Couldn't have got married before then. Maybe. There's a lot of advantages to being a British subject in Japan because we can get the 6-month extended visa, even as a tourist. Just.
Oh, that's good to know.
Which is great. Most people only get the 3 months, but when I applied for the extended visa, it was almost immediately given to us.
Oh, right. Oh, well, yeah. That's. I mean, that's good to know. I mean, being myself a British citizen, and with a possible future in Japan. But yeah, so I mean, but from the Japanese side, Rina, is it complicated to marry a foreigner?
Yes, because we went to the government to get just the form, but there is no person who can explain how to get married with a British who living in Australia. So, and then the next day when we got the form, we went to the British embassy in Tokyo, but they didn't let us.
They wouldn't let us in. Yeah.
They wouldn't let you in.
Yes, they would not let me in.
No. So we couldn't get the form. Then
grief.
Yes.
Oh, just another viewer. Hello, Radri. Radri is also going to be a guest in a few weeks, so he's coming just to sort of like reconnoiter.
So in essence, we have to get the marriage forms, split them to my part from English to Japanese. Is that right, Rina?
Yes.
Then I have to supply proof of that I've never been married before in the United Kingdom.
Also in Japanese.
I'm going to have to do it for Australia. Yeah, also in Japanese as well. I didn't think of that. Oh no.
And your name can't be in English. Your name katakana also can't have middle name.
Oh, that's right. Yes, for your hanko. Yeah, and all that business. Yeah.
So, without saying what name I'm changing to, I'm changing my name. Make it much simpler. Removing middle name.
Because the box is too little to write his two middle names. He has 2 middle names.
You have a double-barreled name. You're even posher than me.
Yes.
I just have one middle name.
All my life, my mother told me my middle names were super special, and then revealed to me about 2 weeks ago that no, it was just so he wouldn't be jealous of my older brother. He had 2 middle names.
Well, that's a bit like my middle name. My middle name. I mean, apparently my mother's mother found that my forename Simon was a bit too posh, so they changed my middle name. They gave me a middle name of David.
I thought you were going to say Bruce or something.
Yeah.
Simon Bruce.
Australia. So I mean that sounds like a nightmare, administrative nightmare. I could say that with 4 glasses of wine. I could say that quite clearly. Amazing. Yes, there's no easy way to get married in Japan if you're not native. Then basically, I mean,
Basically, doing anything with the government in Japan is a nightmare, I think.
You have to be...
Even people who are married have said they've had lots of problems.
It gives employment to government staff. You know, come on, this is what it's for, really.
I quite enjoyed when we were at the government office and every little table had a like, instead of having pamphlets, it had little layers for glasses because they're expecting everyone to be old people who come in there. So it goes from like the weakest.
You should have just put them on just for a joke, you know. Oh,
oh wow, this is amazing. My vision's so good I could see into the past.
So there you are, folks. If you ever want to get married in Japan, be prepared.
Yes. Also, the whole tradition of having to ask your parents for marriage, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So I have to ask your father still if we can get married.
Oh, right. You haven't done that yet. Oh, dear. Oh, God. You don't have to go through all that.
One day we got engaged.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. We are engaged. But
and the next day he seen the ring on my hand.
Oh, you didn't tell him. You just got engaged and then sort of like the ring and said, "Hi, Dad."
Yeah, I did.
Oh, God.
Because I always believed that the engagement was no problem. Didn't have to ask that. But the marriage part, we have to ask. I was wrong.
You are wrong.
Yes, your father was a little bit upset.
Oh, dear.
But apparently he loves me now, so I feel my chances are a little bit higher of getting a yes, you can marry my daughter.
Yeah.
You know what you have to do in Japan to apply marry your daughter?
Mm-hmm.
You have to like this and onegaishimasu.
Please give me your daughter. Put your head on the floor and bow down and all kinds of, oh dear.
Yeah, I imagined it.
Well, practice.
You at least you didn't have to go through. You didn't have to go through the process of a miai. Have you ever experienced a miai, Rina?
No.
But
I heard my grandma and grandpa miai.
I mean, because my girlfriend was a witness at a miai. My friend, you remember also a couple of weeks ago on the show there was the composer and the friend that was translating for him, Charlie.
Yes.
Her brother was going to be married and she had to go to a miai for that. So for those of you who don't know, a miai is like arranged marriage in Japan, and it's all very formal and there's somebody who brokers between the families and they all meet. It's very formal. You have to meet and you're assessed. And the other family checks out your background and all this kind of business.
I can't believe it.
Oddly enough,
it's still done. Yeah.
Oddly enough, Rina's father did do something similar to me. Remember, he had a whole list he wanted to ask me.
When you first met
my papa? Yes. Well, the first official time we met, because we met the zoo before and saw the baby panda. Yeah. But that official one, he asked
that's what you do in Japan.
My medical records.
You have to meet a baby panda to get married. No.
But then he asked medical stuff, didn't he? Like, asked the health of my family and previous jobs and education and stuff.
Yeah, write down.
Yes. Family tree. I had to draw up my family tree for him. Yes. So technically, I might have done that.
Yeah. I think with my girlfriend, we shall just stay together, unmarried, and not go through all that business.
The advantage for us getting married, though, is that I can work without restriction in Japan as well, which will be quite a blessing. Because we can't survive on YouTube alone right now.
I'm just getting a message from currently Hannah because I was asking her what her Instagram picture was. Mochi.
There's a
Delicious.
strange conversation going on in the chat about Australia being the Commonwealth of Britain. Eh. Yes, technically the Queen does still reign over Australia, but
Yes,
she's so far away that no one listens to her.
Yeah. Are there even free living pandas in Japan? Yes, but they're in abject fear of Rina, you know, because they know they will never be accepted as pets and they may end up on the dinner plate.
Yes. They're getting in it. Oh, that panda was adorable, though. A little tiny panda we saw. It was still pink, even though it had its white fur and black over.
But
You still see the pink underneath.
we have to return them to China soon, I heard.
Huh?
It's
They're
Chinese.
only on loan. They're only on loan, or what? They sort of
Quite
they came.
expensive,
Yeah. Rent a panda.
Yes. Oh, something very sad happened one of the previous times, didn't it, Rina?
Yeah.
The keeper, the baby panda died, right? A previous panda family.
It's very
And then the
difficult
keeper
to grow them.
Yes, and the keeper at that time had to go on TV and apologize and was crying.
Oh, yeah.
Actual crying, not pretend one. Actually, very upset about it. Disastrous.
Yes, I imagine he would be. I mean, they'd be quite attached, sort of emotionally attached to the animals they look after. Which is a good thing.
Especially when it's such difficulty breeding the pandas as well. You can imagine.
So I mean, I'm lost now. This was in relation to being approved to be married. You had to...
Yes. The first time I met Rina's father, we were at Ueno Zoo, wasn't it?
Yes, Ueno Zoo to see the panda, newborn panda.
Yes. And I thought her father looked very cool with his swept back hair.
And
almost,
yeah, it's the way to look cool, Mashu. You know.
So the next time you met my papa, Mashu did the same hairstyle.
Yes, I did the same hairstyle. Yeah. Like that.
Psychological.
So the second time he met my papa was in izakaya.
Yes.
At yakitori and drank together.
Oh, yakitori. That's all right, yakitori. I mean, the first time I ever went into an izakaya, I had pig's intestines in miso soup.
Strangely enough, I don't mind all of that stuff. I thought it was all delicious.
It is. It was. But really
they
delicious.
all were picking. Yeah. They were picking at things.
I did have a huge cup of sake beforehand, so anything would have been delicious. What are you talking about, Frederick? Attack of a jealous penguin. What is he going on about?
This. It kept falling and attacking me.
It's an expensive one, Mashu. Yeah.
We shall have to watch. I shall have to watch the replay and see what a disaster it may have been. No signals, says
was it the penguins?
It's the earthquakes, probably.
Everyone's saying stuff now.
Oh no, we've only got 2 minutes left. No further action, just a blank screen. Oh dear.
Oh no.
We are still here.
Back.
Here having fun. Sorry.
Nuts, are you there? Do you want to buy my Evangelion stuff? I even have the mangas in.
It's a car boot sale on Simon no茶の間this week. Australian car boot sale. Guinea pig hors d'oeuvres. I should also like to thank my guests for joining me and echoing my words. We hope you enjoyed the show. And next week, my guest will be live from Florida. I have to remind her She'll be floating in her swimming pool in Florida tomorrow, and I have to remind her that we have a video chat meeting tomorrow evening to discuss the show. But she will be joining me next Saturday, live from Florida. No, sorry, next Sunday. Be aware, folks. The show next week will be on a Sunday, and my guest will be Mandy, who some of you may know if you're familiar with Three Old Dudes, and for others, this is an assistant manager of a nightclub in Florida, who's a friend of mine, and she will be joining us on the show, not from her pool, and fully dressed, hopefully. But Mandy will be joining us. You know Mandy, Frederick, don't you?
Mandy's mom?
Bernie says you guys have a lovely relation, and maybe you'll unite in one place soon. Yes, I hope so too.
Yes. September 10th. Hopefully, September 10th. That's the plan. Well,
thank you for joining us, folks.
Bye.
Send a reminder. Yes, well, yes, I will send Mandy a reminder, and I will send. The link will be there'll be an advert made, as usual, so you will all see. And thank you for everybody joining in comments, including my future guests. I would like to hand over to say goodbye.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much.